Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. So let's get into it, honey. What's good, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, okay? And we are here to talk about some things today. We got 4 things that we're going to talk about on this particular Yes for the Mess, and then we have another Yes for the Mess that's coming out soon after this. You know how we do. I always give y'all lunchtime gossip just about every day. If not every day, it's every other day. You know, I'm always coming through with the tea. Okay, so you guys know this already. All right. Now, before we get into this episode of Yes for the Mess, I just want to take out the time because we only have at this point one more day in 2021. And I just want to take out the time to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank all of my subscribers that's been, with me from the beginning. I want to thank all my newer subscribers. I just want to thank you guys because if it wasn't for y'all, this channel would not be where it is. Because like I said before, I say it all the time, I've been doing this for 11 years and only for the last year, my channel has seen a whole lot of growth. It's experienced a lot. It's done a lot for the last year, and I am so proud of myself. I could say that I should have the award for most improved YouTube channel, okay? Because I've been working my ass off. I've been very consistent. I really try to put a lot into my videos. I know that lately I ain't been doing a lot of editing because I've been doing my videos on StreamYard. Just so I can hurry up and get them out because of my work schedule. But however, I really do appreciate you guys for sticking with me, rocking with me, riding with me, doing whatever you need to do. So I'm going to take out the time to say I don't really have a New Year's resolution. But the biggest thing that I want to focus on next year, besides bringing you new content, because I'm working on new segments for the channel, I also want to take out the time to say I want to focus more so on the positives. I don't want to keep focusing on that negative shit. Every time there's one negative comment, I can have a million positive comments. But the one negative comment, I give all the attention to. And like I said before, it annoys me when other people sit up and focus so much on negativity and what somebody said instead of the positive shit. So I know that it annoys other people when I do it. So I'm going to really try and not do that so much. I'm gonna try not to focus on negativity too much. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I'm still gonna try. You will definitely see the effort in me trying. And also, once again, I'm gonna try not to curse too much on my videos. Now, outside of the videos, I'm gonna curse my ass off. But when it comes down to the videos, I don't want people to be turned off by me cursing too much. However, and I am getting older, y'all. So, but like I said, I come from a family of people that curse like a sailor. So, it is what it is. But child, I'm going to take that. I'm going to be, I'm going to try, Try to focus more on the positivity and try not to be too foul-mouthed. Yes, I'm going to drop some curse words here and there, but it won't be so excessive. I do be watching my videos back and I be like, God damn, did I have to say that? But okay. So I just had to put that in before we even get to this mess that I'm about to get into. So we're about to start this thing off. We're about to get into the mess right now. So we're gonna let's see. Let me pull this shit up. Okay, so we're gonna start this thing off with Melyssa Ford and Drake. Okay, so apparently, Melyssa Ford, who was one of the well-known video vixens, because she was probably one of my favorite video vixens. Okay, I used to love me some Melyssa Ford. So Melyssa Ford was on Drink Champs, okay, and she talked about her past relationship with Drake, and she said that she really effing adored him. Okay, that's what she said. So everything that we're talking about today will be from thejasminebrand.com, so I don't have to constantly tell y'all where I'm citing my sources. That everything we talking about on this particular episode of Yes for the Mess is definitely from the Jasmine brand, okay? So that's all you need to know with that. So with that being said, we're about to get into the article, okay? So let's read it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let's read it. Here we go. So Melyssa Ford is addressing her past relationship with Drake. During a recent Drink Champs interview, Melyssa Ford, a Toronto-based model and actress, dished on her past affiliation with the high-profile artist Drake. While speaking on the rapper, Melyssa Ford initially stated he's very dramatic. Immediately thereafter, co-host Noriega began bluntly inquiring if Ford and Drake were ever intimate, explicitly asking, did Drake eat that? Let's keep it real. In response, Melyssa Ford coyly licked her lips, which the co-host interpreted as a confirmation. However, Ford then claimed, you will never have full confirmation as to what actually transpired. That's an assumption on your part. Later in the interview, she proceeded to share what initially attracted her to Drake. I cannot lie, and I have to say that part of the attraction with him is how smart and Canadian he was. We spoke the same nonverbal language. There was an unspoken language, and I really effing adored him. Aside from Drake, Melyssa Ford also has romantic history with Flo Rida. Additionally, it's worth noting that she's commonly tied to the game on account of him name dropping her and wouldn't get far. As for the girls artist, he was romantically linked to ex-reality star Joanna Leah earlier this year, and he was formerly connected to model Takara Jones. He was also linked to Rihanna and Jennifer Lopez in previous years, and he shares her son with French model Sophie. What do you think about this situation? Share your thoughts below by commenting and letting us know. Okay, so that was the article from thejasminebrand.com. Now, I never knew that Melyssa Ford even had a past with Drake. I never knew that. Never knew that she even had one with Flo Rida, and I didn't know that she had one with the game. I can say that. Now, outside of Drake, Melyssa has good taste in men because, I love me some of the game. He's so problematic to me, but I love the game. Like, I love the game. When we was playing F, Marry, Kill on Boys Night Out, I said I would marry the game. I said I would marry the game, but I love the game. Besides him being all handsome to me and stuff, I do enjoy the game and his music. I can't say that much. Really? Yeah. So I can't say that. However, I'm just glad that whenever you can speak on an ex and stuff like that, and y'all are on good terms, and you don't have to say nothing negative about that person, that's a good thing. Like I always admire that stuff. I definitely admire when people speak on their exes. They speak on them in a positive manner. They don't speak on them in a negative way. And sometimes, a lot of the times we don't really get to see that. A lot of the times we still be mad at our exes for the shit that they did to us and all types of stuff. So I'm just glad that she spoke on him in a decent way, because you don't see that all the time. Like I said before, you just don't. You don't see it like that, period. Okay, so but I've always liked Melyssa Ford. And I remember that Bravo show that she was on. It was called Blood, Sweat, and Heels. And the girls were hating on Melyssa. Trust and believe me, the girls were hating on Melyssa. The girls were hating. The girls were hating. The girls were hating. Especially that chick, Geneva. That silverback bitch. She hated on Melyssa like it wasn't nothing. But child, it is what it is. I hate that the show ended, though. I hate that it ended, but because I watched this show specifically for Melyssa Ford. I definitely watched it for her. But I love me some Melyssa Ford, and I'm glad that she didn't tell them all her business when it came down to Drake. Because sometimes these folks want to know way too much. But I'm glad that she didn't divulge too much. But she told them exactly, as much as she needed to, and that's it. Okay. So next up, on the next topic of the day, we're gonna get into Ice Cube and Big Worm. Ice Cube and Big Worm, honey. As you guys know, that Faizon Love is most famous for his role as Big Worm, but apparently Faizon Love said that Ice Cube underpaid him for his work on the classic Friday. He said that he was robbed by Ice Cube. Ice Cube did not give him the money that he felt that he deserved for that movie. And we already know that Friday is a black cult classic. And it ain't just a black cult classic. Friday is classic. That is one movie that I know that everyone that I know knows every line to. Everybody and their mama knows every line to Friday. Everybody knows every line of Friday. I can sit up here and tell you guys, I can recite lines from that movie all day, every day. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I know every damn line from Friday, and that's just real talk. I know it. But apparently, because you already know that they were supposed to do another Friday movie. They're supposed to do the last Friday. And we already know that Ice Cube was saying that they wanted Chris Tucker to be on the movie, but Chris Tucker, he ain't really feeling it. He ain't really fucking with it like that because, he don't want to play certain characters due to his Christian beliefs and stuff like that. And, some people want him to just do it for the fans, but he's just sticking by what he believes in. So it is what it is. But however, we're about to get into this article and all of this other stuff, and then we're going to dissect it. So let's get into the article. So let's talk about it. Now, Faizon Love might have accidentally started a little drama with his Friday co-star Ice Cube. During a recent interview, comedian Faizon Love, 53 years old, shared how much he made for portraying the character Big Worm in the popular 1995 film Friday. The Elf actor shared that despite the film's success and cult following, he only made $2,500. Ooh, shit, that's it. According to reports, Friday grossed $27 million worldwide following its release. When asked if that was a big deal, Faizon Love answered, "I got to say, I'm working." He continued, "See, it wasn't about the money then, really." When an interviewer pointed out how iconic the role was, Faizon Love said, "But it wasn't iconic when we did it." After the interview gained some attention online, a few fans accused Ice Cube, age 52, who was the star and co-writer of the film, of robbing Faizon Love. Ice Cube wasted no time in responding to the accusations, and he tweeted, "I didn't rob no effing body. The 1995 Friday movie cost $2.3 million to make, shot in 20 days. Faizon worked 1 day, maybe 2. All the actors got paid scaled to do the movie. They could have simply said no, but they didn't. So miss me with that ish." Okay. Ice Cube addressed rumors that Chris Tucker, age 50, left the film franchise over money issues. "We were ready to pay Chris Tucker 10 to 12 mil to do next Friday, but he turned us down for religious reasons. He didn't want to cuss or smoke weed on camera anymore." Do you think that Faizon Love was underpaid? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it now. Do I think that $2,500, child, people make that at a 9 to 5 every 2 weeks. Some people make that at a 9 to 5. So imagine being on a classic film like Friday, making $2,500. But at the same time, I want to put it out there that maybe they didn't expect the movie to be as huge as it was, because we already know that Friday is a classic movie. It's a big deal. And when it comes down to Black entertainment, it's a very big deal. One of the most overplayed movies ever, but it's welcome. I mean, all I could really say is that I don't think that they knew how big that movie was gonna be, and I don't think that they understood, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that when they was, filming the movie and all of this other stuff, I just don't believe that they knew that they were finna be on some big shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel, because like Ice Cube said, everybody got paid what they got paid. So at the same point in time, it's kind of like, okay, I didn't rob y'all. Y'all already knew what it was when it came down to the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't rob y'all. Y'all knew what it was. Y'all knew what the business is and whatever. So, it's kind of like, okay, did you really get underpaid? Because a lot of them said that they did not get paid a lot to do that movie. And then on top of that, once Ice Cube pretty much stated that Faizon only worked maybe 1 day or 2. So it's kind of like, how much money did you expect for working 1 damn day or 2 days? Did you really expect a $10 million check for that? Yes, the role is iconic. It's very significant, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to understand and trying to not just go out and be like, you know what I'm saying, this nigga just want to complain or just want to make this man look bad. Like, I don't want to be that type, but I don't know. But $2,500 is kind of crummy, being that you play one of the more iconic roles in the movie, like Big Worm, like, but to each his own. But like Ice Cube said, they did have an out on it. Like, you could have played the role, or you didn't. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to play, you didn't have to be a part of it. You knew what we was paying. So, I didn't rob nobody of nothing. You may have felt robbed because of how the movie took off, but I don't know. But I don't know what it is, I don't know how to count these people money, child. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. So Faizon, hopefully you find peace in this situation. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can really say. But that's all I know. As far as Chris Tucker not coming back due to religious reasons, I'm not really upset about that. As a person, I'm not upset, but I really do think about how next Friday would have been if I do think about how next Friday would have been had um Chris Tucker been a part of it, because next Friday was not as good as the first Friday, and Friday after next wasn't as good as the second or the first one. So it's kind of like it kind of went downhill after the fact. So who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. I don't really know how to put it, but I do believe that the movie would have been so much better had Chris Tucker played Smokey in Next Friday, because Next Friday was not as good as the first Friday. I can say that. So yeah. He didn't want to be on camera smoking weed. He didn't want to be cursing. So, he was just, but at that time, he was getting into mainstream movies at the time. Next Friday came out. Like, he was doing some other things. Like, he was in Rush Hour. He was in this. He was in that. So, I can't say that I blame him for that. But damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, that movie would have been so much better if he was a part of it. And you could tell that Day Day was pretty much the Smokey role. Really. You know what I'm saying? You can really tell, because Day Day was nothing but a diet Smokey to me. And Mike Epps did his thing, but he could never be Smokey, honey. He could never be Smokey. Can't nobody do Smokey but Chris Tucker. Nobody. That's all I can say about that. Nobody could be Smokey but Chris Tucker. But like I told y'all, he did his thing now. What's his name? Shit. What's his name? Mike Epps did his thing now. Don't get me wrong, but he could never be smoking. That's just real. That's just real talk for real. So we're about to move on to the next thing. And that is Tammy Roman. We finna talk about her. Now, as you guys already know, Tammy Roman is on The Real World Homecoming. I haven't watched not one episode of that, and I need to, because I heard that it's good. Okay, and she was talking about her Caucasian Real World castmates using the N-word, and she said the N-word should never come out their white ass mouth. Those were her words. So y'all, we about to get into this article, and then we're gonna move on, y'all. So let's talk about it. Okay, so things just got real on The Real World Homecoming Los Angeles. Reality TV veteran Tammy Roman got into a heated debate about racial slurs with her Real World castmates. Glenn, who starred in the second season of the original MTV series, chimed in on a conversation about inequality with the story. He began, "The first time I've really felt what you're passionate about was when I was with my friend John, and I went to a pizza place and they called him the N-word." Tammy, who was standing in the doorway during his retelling of the scenario, and she immediately corrected him and said, "You don't say it though." Glenn quickly interjected, "That's what he was called. They called him that. They called him that. They called me that." Tammy responded, "But I just don't think you should say it out of your mouth. I'm saying you can say he was called the N-word. You shouldn't feel comfortable saying that." Glenn was adamant that he was simply quoting the people that was described in the story. He also insisted that those people were calling him the same racial slur and that Tammy didn't understand friendship. Tammy still wasn't having it, and she said, "They weren't calling you that. You don't understand what I'm saying to you, that the word Nigger shouldn't come out of your white ass mouth." Ooh. Okay. The situation escalated when Latino cast member Irene said, "You have no idea what it's like to be the N-word, okay? Do not ever say that." Tammy reminded her, "And you don't say it either because you Latina." Housemate John Brennan added more fuel to the fire when he mentioned that he ministered Black colored people at his church in Alabama. Tammy what was it? When Tammy scolded him for his excuse for being comfortable with using a phrase that the black people don't mind and call themselves words that he just doesn't repeat. 7 of the original 9 strangers appeared on the show in 1993 to return to their Los Angeles home for a spinoff series in 2021, which airs on the Paramount Plus streaming platform. Okay. So you guys, I was walking around my room with this damn laptop in my hand, child, because I see that there's some audio here that I can play for you guys so we can all hear it. Okay. So someone got some, is there some audio here on the Jasmine brand? So I had to walk around with this damn laptop in my hand so I could go and so I could get my Bluetooth speaker so I could play it for y'all, because y'all know the Bluetooth speaker is the business. Okay, so I'm about to play the audio for you guys, and then we're going to talk about it for a little bit, and then we're gonna move on to our very last story. Okay, so here we go.
No idea.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait.
I live in the South, y'all. I live in Alabama. Do you know who's in my house right now? Young black colored people that I minister to and I'm a father figure to.
Well, please don't ever call them black colored people.
Well, they don't mind. They call themselves words that I don't repeat.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. I think I played that out of sync. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go. I think this is the right one. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Period.
The first time I really felt what you're passionate about was when I was with my friend John, and I went to a pizza place, right? And they called him a.
You don't say it.
That's what he was called.
But you don't say
They
it.
They called him that. They called me that.
But I just think that you shouldn't say it.
They called him that.
I'm saying that you could say he was called the N-word.
They called him that.
You shouldn't feel
They called me that when they called him that.
They weren't calling you that.
They called him
They weren't
that.
calling
He's
you
my
that.
friend.
And you
don't understand friendship.
You don't understand what I'm saying to you, that the word should not come out so white ass mouth.
They called him that.
So what?
Okay. All right. So that was the first clip. Okay. That was intense, honey. That was very intense. Okay. We're about to play the second clip. Okay. The second clip. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to it. Real quick. Okay. Let me go to the thread because this is on Twitter. So let me go to the thread and here we go.
Is to be no idea what it is to be okay?
I can't.
Do not ever say that.
You don't say it either. Because you're not king.
No idea.
I live in the South, y'all. I live in Alabama. Do you know who's in my house right now? Young black colored people that I minister to and I'm a father figure to.
Well, please don't ever call them black colored people.
Well, they don't mind. They call themselves words that I don't repeat. I live in.
Okay, so. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So those were the clips that was on Twitter. And with that being said, I know I gotta watch it. So here's my take on this situation. Tammy is absolutely correct. They should not be using that word. They should never feel comfortable with using that word, period. I don't care what type of story you're trying to tell. You're trying to tell a story, cool. I can't take that away from you. You're trying to tell a story, but bruh, when you tell that story, you should not be sitting up here calling nobody. You should not be saying the N-word itself. When you're telling this story, you should just say they called him the N-word. You just don't outright say it. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't outright say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you don't even have a right or a place to say that. And then a Latina to come up and say it right behind him, even though she's trying to defend it and saying, don't you ever say that word again. You shouldn't be saying it either. And a lot of people really be sitting up here trying to debate with me about that, because I was saying one time, I said, I don't even think Latino people should be saying that word because they're not black. They shouldn't be saying it. And then somebody said, well, they this, they that. In New York, we allow it. Well, I ain't from New York. I'm from Mississippi, and I ain't going for it. If you ain't black, you shouldn't be saying it. Y'all telling us we don't need to say it. I don't give a damn, okay? If you not black, you should not be saying that word around anybody that's black. I don't care if you white, Latina, Asian, any of that. You should not be saying that word, period. And I don't care about him telling a story. You can tell a story all day without saying the actual word. And I feel like they knew what they were doing when they was doing that. And not only that, you called them folks black colored people. Do you not know how sensitive that is? Black colored people. You don't call me that. You don't do that. They take you right back to when it was segregated, when they was calling us coloreds and stuff. You know, them coloreds is something else. Them coloreds. You sound like them same damn people that be sitting in their living room with their other white friends, calling every black woman they see Aunt Jemima when she walk past you in the damn grocery store. That's what you sound like. Period. Read the room. Read the room. Yeah, this is 2021. That's true. Things are not the same as they was back then, but it's still, racism is still prevalent right now, and you need to watch it. There's a lot of racial tensions right now. You need to watch it. Read the room. Know what you're saying and know what you're doing. Period. Period, point blank. Shit, Tammy should have cussed y'all ass out even more than what she already did, to be honest, and she really kept it cute with that. But I'm glad she said something. That's all I got to say. Y'all leave that below. I know this is going to be a premiere, so leave that in the chat. Whatever y'all think about it, leave it in the chat. So we're going on to our last story of the day, and this is Devon Franklin and Megan Good. We know they've been in the news all week because, you know what I'm saying, they got a divorce. A divorce was filed right before Christmas, but apparently Megan Good and Devon Franklin had been separated for 4 months, and they was already negotiating a settlement in their divorce before it even became public. So that's really what the tea is right about now. So we're about to get on into that right now. Let's get into the article, and then we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to be up out of here, honey. So let's talk about it now. It looks like Megan Good and her estranged husband, Devon Franklin, are moving full steam ahead with their divorce proceedings. According to reports, even though news recently broke that Megan Good, 40, and Devon Franklin, 43, are divorcing, the pair have actually been separated for over 4 months, okay? How new legal documents obtained by the Blast indicate that Devon Franklin filed for his preliminary declaration of disclosure, showing the court that he has already turned over all financial information to Megan Good. This process is normally done towards the end of a divorce case and signifies a settlement is on the way. In part, a description of the document reads, the preliminary declaration of disclosure shall include all tax returns filed by the declarant within the 2 years prior to the date that the parties served declaration. The preliminary declaration may also set forth the declarant's characterization of each asset and liability. Based upon these documents, it seems that Good and Franklin will be soon legally divorced and officially single again. As previously reported, Good and Franklin shocked many people when they announced earlier this month that after 9 years, they decided to end their marriage. The former lovebirds reportedly met in 2011 while working on the film Jumping the Broom. They got engaged in May 2012 and tied the knot the same year in June. Good and Franklin released a joint statement about their separation and said, after much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our futures separately and forever connected. We celebrate almost a decade of marriage together and a love that is eternal. There's no one at fault. We believe this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love, they added. We are incredibly grateful for the life-changing years we've spent together as husband and wife. We are extremely thankful to God for the testimony being created inside us both and for blessing our lives with each other. So that was pretty much the gist of that. Now, that was the article right there. Okay, that was the article right there about Megan Good and Devon. And all I got to say is this right here. I know that people have been making a lot of jokes because I know I died laughing at one of them jokes when them folks had said that Megan was tired of going to church and that's why she got a divorce from Devon. That was funny as fuck. But let me just say this. I'm glad that they are able to end this amicably. I'm glad they're able to do that. I'm glad it's not no nasty shit. I'm glad that it's not no Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs type of divorce. I'm glad that they are able to get past this and do it the right way and just come out of it as friends. You know what I'm saying? Come out of it in a good way. Come out of it in a good manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything ain't got to be nasty. Everything ain't got to be negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It didn't work out. Y'all was on separate stages in life, and that's just what it is. Sometimes it don't even have to be nobody cheating or screwing around or having a baby on you or financial issues. It could just be, okay, this ain't working for me, this ain't working for you. I'm going this way, you going that way. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, we need to just split and live our lives separately. That's what I think, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and I just wish them both the best in moving forward in their future lives, future careers, future loves, okay? Because, you know, everybody deserves love no matter what. So they seem to still love each other. They still seem to be on friendly terms. They seem to still care about each other, and there is no love lost between the two of them, and I am happy for them. So shout out to Megan and Devon for separating in a good way. Not in a negative way, not in a bad way, not with tons of lawyers around, not with a whole bunch of tweets on Twitter, not with a reality show with y'all arguing and fighting like Melody and Martell Holt on Love and Marriage Charlottesville. None of that shit. None of it. So I'm glad that y'all were able to do that in peace, okay? Peace, love, and hair grease, as TLC would say, okay? So with that being said, y'all, this was another episode of Yes for the Mess. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell whenever you want, so you can be notified, whenever a video drops, okay? And if you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my IG will be down below. If you want me to follow you back on IG, all you got to do is hit up the inbox, honey, with the hashtag Mentions Team Scotty, and I would definitely follow you back, okay? Now, with that being said, you guys, your boy Scotty is out of here. Until the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.